Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Hall and this is your new moon reading with spiritual guidance spanning from August 21st through September 5th, 2017. So today is the long-awaited solar eclipse and it's in the sign of Leo. With our eclipses, know that any of the lunar energy around an eclipse is extra intense, extra powerful. Eclipses are also associated with big inner transformations or changes in your life and a powerful opportunity to really get in touch with deep introspective views of yourself. So this is a really wonderful time to trust your instincts, trust your feelings, and the things that seem to be thematically or synchronistically coming up to teach you at this time. This is also probably about one of the most powerful times of the year 2017 for self-renewal and self-evaluation. So spend a little bit of time on self-care, on really listening to your feelings, to your emotions, slowing down and getting some rest. Know that the energy that's going on right now actually will just work on you exactly naturally how it's supposed to. So simply trust it, and yes, take the time to really pay attention to some of the feelings, the thoughts, the ideas that are coming up inside of you now, because they're setting a tone for a new spiritual cycle that is now starting. Beautiful. So some of the other little themes that are being brought up with this particular solar eclipse new moon is something that Leo brings in. Leo brings in a lot of feelings around our courage, our confidence, our role out in the world, grandiose ideas or big goals that we set for ourselves. This particular eclipse season has a lot to do with shaping your courage, your confidence, your convictions around your life purpose. So right now you might be full to the brim with inspired new ideas related to things that you want to do out in the world to expand your life purpose, or maybe your career, goals, other things going on right now. That's really wonderful. Ride that wave, write down any big inspirations that you get, and know that those will be particularly successful. Like catching a wave as a surfer, you want to ride it all the way into shore. You're ready right now, the energy is right. One other thing that you might find yourself doing during this time is feeling extra sensitive around your emotions. Particularly, you might find yourself questioning or maybe even reevaluating things going on in your relationships, how you connect with other people. This is okay. Again, this is natural to eclipses. They have us really contemplating a lot. But one of the big points of advice that I've heard from the angels is that it's important during this time to take responsibility, to focus on self-evaluation during all of this, because if you can take responsibility for maybe what your part in manifesting the reality that you see around you is, you'll have a much more sort of constructive view on the action steps that you can take to make things better. In other words, don't just blame other people if things seem to be, not going optimally in your life right now. If you seem to find yourself uncomfortable, they're saying, yes, evaluate what's going on in relationships, certainly resolve to make some changes if necessary, but all the while be checking back in with you. Ask yourself, how might I change? Remember, the most important and powerful revolutions in this world can truly only begin if you start with an inner revolution first, an inner change first. So focus on those inner changes, take responsibility now, and set the new inspirations that you get as a result into motion. This is such an exciting time. And I wanted to add just one other little fun piece of guidance to this. When you spend some time out in nature during big lunar events, such as a new moon, a full moon, etc., it will really help you to calibrate to the energy. So we often talk about the fact that the energy around lunar events is really intense. People feel really emotionally sensitive. Well, connect with nature, especially connect with the energy of the water, and you'll find that it gets just a little bit easier. You'll get a little bit more grounded, and your energy will be connected with the flow of nature that is so powerfully responding to the moon, and your body and your mind and your spirit, it'll do the exact same thing. In fact, I have a couple of videos about that very topic that I want to refer to you. One of them is a channeling that I recently did, getting messages from Archangel Haniel on how to adjust to the moon, which I will leave you the link for, as well as a video that I recently did with my friends at Spoon of Consciousness, where we had an awesome discussion on the moon, on water, and on the spiritual importance of the energy of water. So I'll leave you both links to that if you're interested in learning a little bit more. But for now, let's go ahead and dive right into our cards for today. Today I'm going to be working with the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. I felt so guided to bring in Divine Feminine today. I think that that would be a really wonderful energy. So as always, we'll simply shuffle our cards and trust Law of Attraction to bring us the cards necessary for this moon cycle. And since we have particularly intense, special energy going on right now, I'm feeling guided to actually pick 5 cards for today. 5. So let's go ahead and see what our first card has to say. We have the Inner Wisdom card. Inner Wisdom. So the very first thing that I'm hearing your angels say about this is that you can trust your inner wisdom. Trust your inner guidance, or the big repeated instincts and messages you have been receiving lately. Know that you are right on track in discovering a new truth that maybe previously you weren't fully aware of before. Maybe you had some questions in your mind as to where to go next on your life's journey, or what to do, how to focus yourself. Right now, you are receiving synchronistic, repeated guidance from your guts, from your angels. They're helping to guide this information, and you can trust it. Trust it, trust it, trust it. One other little piece of guidance that I'm hearing for somebody who is listening right now is the idea that it can be powerful and uplifting for you to trust what you already know. If you already have a routine or a cycle in your life that you've trusted really, really well in the past, or a policy that you've trusted really, really well in the past and it's worked for you before, your angels are saying, use it again. Use it again. Trust the knowledge that you already have, you already know. Ooh, we have some thunder. Well, that's pretty exciting. I'm going to stay out here and continue this reading with you guys because I actually love thunderstorms. So our second card is the Purification card. Purification. So this is a really, really powerful card. This is a card all about purging, letting go, releasing, and clearing house. I'm hearing your angels say that at this time you might really feel guided to be getting rid of extraneous material belongings that you no longer need. You might feel really guided to simplify your life in terms of the things that you're spending money on, the kinds of activities that you're doing. There's this great desire to just get back to your simplicity, getting back to the present moment, to your roots, to release distraction. Another thing I'm hearing your guides add into this is the idea that meditation can be very powerful around this particular eclipse and moon cycle. So spend some time meditating simply to get yourself really, really rooted and aware in present moment. The present moment is where all of the wisdom of God, of the divine presence, where all of that exists. The present moment. It's not in the future, it's not in the past. You can only really be in the present moment. So your guides and your angels are saying to meditate, to breathe, and to simply hold the intention to focus your awareness into the present. That's going to be really powerful. For another person who's watching, I'm hearing the angels add the idea that drinking more water will be really important and helpful at this time. So drink water to help to purify your physical body, to do a physical detox, and maybe even spend some time around water, as we said before, to help yourself to integrate the powerful energies of the universe right now. So let's go ahead and see what our third card has to say. We have the Medicine Woman card. Medicine Woman. So the Medicine Woman card essentially represents your inner shamanic energy. energy. Your inner shaman is going to be very active during this particular moon cycle. So a shaman is someone who kind of walks in the line between the physical material world and the spirit world. They always have kind of one foot there in the spirit world. They can access it, they can really explore it, they can journey through it in a productive way that helps them to get really powerful, uplifting or wise new insights, messages, or healings. What I'm hearing your angels say essentially about this card is that there is a lot of spiritual healing coming during this time, and that a lot of that healing is going to be going on while you are sleeping. So take extra care, get the rest that you need, and perhaps even set some healing intentions, or call on your guides or your angels before you fall asleep, because this is a really, really powerful time for deep energy changes and shifts to just naturally happen through you. Another thing that I'm hearing your angels say is that any spiritual work that you do during this time will also be extra heightened and intense. So if you feel guided perhaps to do something like a deep meditative practice, to practice astral projection or shamanic journey or anything like this, you might find that you really, really feel powerfully connected with the forces of the earth, the forces of nature, the forces of the spirit world. Pay attention to the signs and messages you get. Call upon Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron as well in hearing, as they will be really, really instrumental in helping to bring about these deep inner energetic shifts. Now the final message that I'm getting for the Medicine Woman card is in relation to the card we got just before it, Purification. Essentially that as you purify, as you purge, as you release, as you cleanse the inner stuff that you no longer need in your life, that is when the magic happens. That is when that deep inner spiritual or shamanic healing happens. That's when you start to tap into your power as a divine healer. So very, very interesting, very powerful things going on right now. And I'm hearing your guides chime in that you can trust the higher power. You can trust in divinity, in the higher divine energy to actually create miracles in your life right now. You can ask for miracles. You can ask for divine healing to come through you that perhaps defies the laws of the physical world or your logic, but nevertheless works very powerfully to bring about the changes that you are looking for. Trust in divine miracles. All right, let's go ahead and see what our fourth card has to say. And before I turn this card over, I'm hearing the angels say that they want this to help represent overarching themes for your emotions. How to care for your emotions. And we have the Cycles and Rhythms card. Cycles and Rhythms. So what this card is telling us is that you can trust and lean on your cycles and rhythms in life to help to support you emotionally during this time, especially if you're feeling extra emotionally sensitive. That means stick to a lifestyle or a schedule that really honors your sensitivity, that takes care of your energy levels, that allows for extra rest, that gives you the chance to de-stress, perhaps to play, to dance, to let go, to release. Those cycles and those rhythms will also help you to realize that even if you are feeling a measure of intensity in your life right now, that it will pass, that it too will pass, and that there is a sunlight that's behind the clouds ready to come into your life. So if things are chaotic or things are feeling extra intense, know that yes, it will pass, you will release it. It's all part of purging. It's all part of that process of releasing. One last message on this card is essentially to really trust the guidance that you're getting about how to take care of your body at this time in your life. So if you've been feeling instinctually drawn towards any dietary changes or other kind of habitual changes for your life, go ahead and embrace those now. And your guides are reminding us of that little message they gave us before about drinking more water during this time. This will really be uplifting. So the final fifth bonus card that we were guided to pull, I'm hearing the angels just tell us that this is going to be a card that represents action steps. Positive action steps that you can take. This is the Go Outside card. Go outside. So this card essentially tells you to go spend some time out in nature. Know that this is really going to help you to calibrate your energy, to assimilate some of the changes and the intensity that's going on right now. And also, one of your guides is adding to go outside of your comfort zone. That maybe there are some relationships that need some changes, or you're being asked to take an independent path and do something on your own. Go ahead and go outside of your comfort zone and do that now. It is time for you to take charge in your life and to see the beautiful blessings that come about as a result. Thank you so much for tuning into this video today. I hope you enjoyed this really awesome ocean energy and kind of thunderstorm energy that we have going on right now. I feel supercharged by it, and I'm sending all of that to you. Know that if you would like to keep in touch, of course, I, as always, left the links to all of the social media in the description below. And if you would like to get in touch for your own personal reading, healing, or coaching session with me, you can visit my website at sarahhall.com, and I'll leave all the links for that in the description below as well. Thank you again so much for tuning in today, and know until next time that you are so loved and so very blessed. Bye guys!